Hello, guys. So, I am back from my vacation, which means from getting pregnant and delivering and having a baby. It has been long. So, I'm back and I'm here to first of all explain myself to you as I get distracted by this little baby. So, where have I been? This little individual should do the explaining for you. However, it's not all, it doesn't explain everything. And I should let you people, first of all, know that I am blessed. I am simply blessed. And I have a story. I want to share a story, and I want to talk to you guys about my story. So, where do we begin? First of all, before I get into it, remember, if you're new here, welcome to the family. And trust me, if anybody tells you that I'm a regular at posting, they are lying. But I will do that from now on. However, welcome to the family. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that when I do post, whenever it is, you get to view my content. Because I am going to be back with a bang. If you're not new here, thank you for being a loyal subby, and tell a friend to come here and watch all my videos, this and all the others that I've ever posted and will ever post. So let's get into it. And I'm sorry about the camera. Uzazi nakuja na ushamba. That's my excuse. Anyway, so last year I stopped posting very very early before I even got pregnant. And the major reason was I was focusing on other aspects of my life, trying to grow, trying to, build myself here and there. I'm still young, pretty young. My youth wananielewa. And posting became somewhat tiresome. Trying to figure things out was not going to work out for me at that time while taking videos and trying to edit because I'm not yet there at editing. And when I look down, trust me, I'm looking at my child. I have to look at my child. She has to be fine. So anyway, later at the end of August, I got pregnant and I was so happy. And the few people who know me, I am a student. Yes, still am. I was supposed to have finished my my university studies, want my graduate, my degree by this year, June. However, my bundle of blessing could not allow that. This goes to say that my pregnancy was hectic. My pregnancy was very difficult. And one of the major issues that I had was health wise. Not even morning sickness and stuff, just health wise. This is the real deal. This is what happens when you have a child. Anyway, so I ended up suffering from hyperemesis gravidarum. Anybody who doesn't know what that is, I'll be talking about it later, but I suffered from this condition called hyperemesis gravidarum. And honestly, actually, I had never had such a condition. I always knew of morning sickness. So in the beginning, before I had actually gone to the doctors, I knew I was having this morning sickness, and I was like, probably people don't talk about it being this hectic and draining because they're trying to make the pregnancies look all rosy and good. But that was not the case. Apparently, I was suffering from hyperemesis gravidarum. So that's actually, because I remember at the end of August, I was set on, coming back to YouTube and doing this thing. But yeah, that just didn't allow it. Actually halted everything in my life. Everything just stopped. I had to cancel my studies, and I was admitted on and off. A lot of changes happened in my life. I'll be telling you the story, but basically, I couldn't come back to YouTube at that time. So, carried on with my pregnancy. When I was healing from this condition or getting better from it, was around the 6th month of my pregnancy. So I was really into the pregnancy at that time. And by this time, I started getting other conditions. I got is it called or edema? My legs were just swollen all the time. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk. But I tried to do my studies. So I didn't really go for the studies, but I did my community service. So in my university, you have to do this attachment for community service, community based attachment. So I did my community service 3/4 way while I was going to the final lap. Um, my condition just got worse. Pregnancy, now I was in the 3rd trimester, and things were just getting difficult, and I couldn't finish. So basically, all through this time, YouTube was the last thing on my mind because I was fighting for my life and my child's life, and everything was just hectic. And that was that. So later on, I was blessed with my baby this year, and also then I couldn't do my YouTube channel because okay, yo guys, delivery pregnancy itself was something, but delivery too. And put that aside, also post delivery, there's, I think, now the 4th trimester, when you're actually having the child, the first few weeks, and it's tedious. It was really hectic the first few months, and I was depressed. Very few people know this, but I remember my husband would leave the house, and when he's in the house, I'm all smiley, because he's really supportive. He'd take the child, I'd pump, and he'd, give the baby milk through and through when I'm tired or sleepy, or, doing something. But the minute he gets out, I would be on my knees. I'd be crying. I'd be feeling, I don't know, some type of way. When you do get a child, things happen. Things happen to your body and to your mental state. First of all, your body is no longer the same. For me, it was even double it, because during the pregnancy, I didn't change according to how normal people change, getting bulky and stuff. I lost over 30 kilos. So things were definitely changing for me, and depression was real. I remember crying all the time when my husband was out. I'd be sad, and I didn't know who should I call. So I remember at one time I called my mom. I was like, I can't do this. And my mom, being who she is, and my father too, they were like, they put in a good word telling me, things are gonna get better. You don't have to do everything. You just need to take care of that child and yourself. Everything else will fall in place slowly but surely. And for me, it was really difficult because I didn't have much of assistance. However, my sister did come, but my sister is teenager. So teenagers, being who they are, I was there. They need that time to, you know. But anyway, things happened. Life moved. Now we are here, and I am doing this comeback YouTube video with my bundle of joy, who is really stubborn. And things are what they are. And simply put, I am happy to be in this place I am in. I am a proud mother and partner and daughter, and things might not have gone according to plan, but whatever goes according to plan. I mean, we plan and God laughs. That's simply put. So I had planned that, even if I'm pregnant, I'm gonna finish my studies, graduate before my baby comes back. God knew better. I didn't do that. I ended up taking care of myself and my child, which was still good. And I'll go back to my studies when I do. And luckily, I have all the support in the world. My parents, my in-laws, who are wonderful, terrific people. And my partner, and my child too. So, things happen for a reason. That's all I can say. And when they do happen, take the change. Take it as it comes, because fighting the changes makes you, it drains you. It drains you of your energy and drains you of anything else that you can have. So, simply put, just accept changes as they come. Appreciate the changes when they do come, good or bad. Because when I did get sick, trust me, it wasn't easy. It was difficult, and I remember at times I'd be like, God, why? God, why? Especially the times that I'd be looking at the photos and I'd see other expectant ladies flossing, showing them the pregnancy and things just going smoothly. Because I'd be sure this person, the way this person is smiling, this person, the way they are, posing and doing these things, they're not going through the same things that I'm going through. Because I kid you not, the first 6 months of my pregnancy were not really documented because I didn't have the energy, the time to sit down and pause and take videos or photos to document that journey. My aim was simple: fight for your life and for your child, because it was not easy. So, where have I been? That's the story. That's where I've been. I've been busy fighting for 2 lives, and now I can say that I did win the fight, and now the remaining part is up to God to help us through. So anyone who saw me when I was pregnant and they see this video, I'm sure they can be really surprised because I'm getting my weight back. I'm getting chubby, and yeah. So if you're up to it, I'll be posting another video on my pregnancy journey, telling you all how my pregnancy journey was, because I can tell you this for certain: not all pregnancies are rosy. Not all of them are happy. At times, for some people like me, you carry on with a pregnancy just because of one simple thought: there's another human being you're fighting for. It's not just for you. Because trust me, if I was just fighting for myself, I would have given up a long time ago. But since I was fighting for another person, I had to be stronger. I had to take in all those injections and cry because of the pain that I was feeling, both physically and mentally. So don't assume that pregnancy is easy for everyone. I can say for others, I do see them just complaining about, some mere morning sickness, some mere back pain. I'm not saying that it's irrelevant, but some of us go through the most. And I do respect women. I respect my mother and my mother-in-law and my grandmother. I respect all these women in my life, because if they went through just a pinch of what I went through and still carried on to have us, then they deserve all the respect in the world. Labor too is another story. I was blessed to just have labored for 3 hours, but there are people who labor for 2 days, I hear. Others labor for so long and they're still taken for CS. So there are many ways that women need to be appreciated in the society, and I appreciate them right now, even more having gone through what I went through. So, in case you're wondering, my baby is a baby girl, pink. I am not a fan of pink. It's just that baby clothes for girls, most of them are pink. However, I am blessed to have this little bundle of joy. She's growing. You will see her one day, probably. I don't know. But pray for us. And anybody who would want to ask me any question, you can ask me. However, I will be posting a story time on my pregnancy and labor. Story time, not video. See you guys.